Good day everyone and welcome to live trading session. So today is Wednesday, April 26th, and I hope that you enjoyed a nice movement from session recap. We had pound yen, very good trade. Also we had euro yen, euro dollar. Every single trade went in profits except for Australian dollar. And euro dollar finally started to drop slightly above our POC. Our POC zone was 1.0920. Our stop loss was 0.950 plus the spread. The stop loss was never hit, and you could have made nice pips. I closed my trade at break even, but I can see that today price has dropped 40 pips from our POC zone. So of course I will show that, but at this point this is a new trading day, new trading opportunity. So let's see what might happen. Okay, so before I begin, as always, our standard risk disclaimer explaining all possible risks associated with Forex market. So by accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. And have in mind that CFD and Forex trading are leveraged products and can result in losses that exceed your deposits. So those are not suitable for everyone. So if you want to get a corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, you should visit admirmarketsglobal.com and select your country of residence, contact an appropriate entity. So this video is not part of the .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. Hi Hazelhoff, Bob, Vida, and everyone. First comment, do you know you're some 6 minutes early? Yes, Bob. The reason why I'm a little bit early is because I'm following and I'm watching price action on euro dollar at this point. So we might have a long trade opportunity soon. That is why I was a little bit early. I just want to spot maybe we could see market order. But the price is some 20 pips from our entry point at this time. But yes, I think we might do a long order on euro dollar soon. So that is why I'm a little bit later. Let's hope that price will not escape from us. I'm watching the price now. It was very, very close to our entry point, so that is why I started a little bit earlier. So let's start with, yeah, unfortunately now it's moving, so let's see, maybe it will drop to our entry point. Okay, before I proceed further, rules and setups, guys. Here, rules and setups. We will use POC zones, master candle setups, wool-based price action, whatever I see fit to trade. All of this is my personal opinion and trades. Okay, so follow it if you want, and well, if you are still not sure if you should trade or not, then don't do it. I mean, this is my personal opinion, trades, whatever. Scalping we don't do here, guys. We don't use scalping unless we see that we are in profit. For example, Euro New Zealand dollar, last week we had 12 pips at the end of webinar, and later when webinar ended, it dropped 1 or 2 pips more, and then it started to go in reverse direction. So you need to manage your own trade. I closed my Euro New Zealand dollar at break even because I didn't get 20 pips. I mean, I was aiming at least for 20 pips. No setup, no trade. That's why we can use pending orders. Once you're in a trade, you need to do your own trade and money management. I recommend 0.5 to 1% per trade. Don't exceed 2%. That is how I recommend your risk management. Of course, it also depends on your account. If you have a very, very small account, then obviously if you want to make it stronger and get a return on your account, then you should use, of course, leverage, but use it wisely. You want to trade like professionals do. Don't forget that losing is part of business, so keep your risk under control. We do session recaps from Monday to Wednesday, and these trades, what we do here, are either market or pending orders. pending orders are valid from Wednesday to Friday, okay guys? So don't forget. Don't be confused. Session recaps Monday till Wednesday, and Wednesday live session orders, but pending orders are valid from Wednesday till Friday. Friday is day to take profits, okay? So you need to always focus on possible spikes on Friday because it's a profit-taking day, and also you should decide whether you will carry over your trades over the weekend. Usually people tend to protect their trades before weekend kicks in because, well, usually during weekend we might see some unexpected events, or maybe some expected events, like we had French elections. Fortunately for me, I got 135 pips on Euro GBP trade because I actually was long Euro GBP, but also if you read my analysis, I hope that Macron would win the first round, and that would of course spur the euro strength. And if you read the analysis, euro dollar also went to our target 0.920 that I predicted in the blog that I wrote just before round one. Chris will cover round two. We will both cover a day after round two with new setups, but I hope that you enjoyed French election trading. For me, this was the best election day trading, much better than Brexit, because Brexit was much riskier. Price went up and down as results keep coming in, while French elections round one was excellent for trade. Indeed, guys, I also, if you watched my video, I uploaded it and I shared it also via YouTube and also on a Facebook page, I don't know, LinkedIn profile and so on. So you could watch also my live trade Euro GBP. Now, I will show you, this is what I want from euro dollar. So that is why I wanted to start a little bit earlier. I will buy 1.0870. I will put stop loss of 50 pips. Okay, so use your risk, guys. Don't exceed your risk. This will be my position. I'm watching euro dollar now. It's 888. So I want, well, I don't need exactly 0.780. If I see it drops to 0.773, whatever, I will kick in. Maybe I will add in scaling in, but you need to manage your trade and you don't want to be in a big risk. Okay, so that is why I'm saying this is my position, what I will do. 50 pips stop loss, breakout sell, guys. If this breaks to the downside, we should see a sell trade. So let's see. Euro dollar is close to entry, but at this point I will show you the chart. So this is it, guys. If you followed session recap trade, then you know that I posted 0.920 sell. This was a sell from our session recap, and the rule is to add always 3 to 5 pips depending on your spread. So our stop loss was 0.950. And if you traded per rules, your stop loss should never been hit, because if you add at least 2 or 3 pips to 0.950, you should have been protected and you should have been in profit. Okay? Does euro dollar sell have correct stop loss? Let's see. I think this is a buy, maybe breakout sell. Yes, of course. This is breakout sell, okay. 0.818, TP 0.740, 0.855, and this is buy trade. And for session recap, we sold it around 0.920. Our profit, well, I didn't make any profits on euro dollar because I closed it at break even, because when I opened it, price went here, almost touched my stop loss, but I had my stop loss exactly at 0.955 because I usually add 5 pips to my stop loss. But for you guys, if you actually held this trade longer than I did, well, then you should definitely, you should have made some profits. Yes, Leon, he closed for 50 pips. He got in at the top of POC zone. Thanks. Excellent job, Leon. That is what I like to hear, that you can also fish by yourself using my levels and predictions and analysis. And here, we don't have T89 here trading now. I will put indicator. I don't know why. Usually it should be here always. 89 exponential. Here. So 0870 will be the entry. Let's see if we can get into the market order. Maybe we can, I don't know. Let's wait. Let's see what will happen. At this point, this is trading opportunity that I'm watching. So let's wait, guys. We could see a probable long trade. Kazi is asking, I was 2 minutes late. Should be posted on YouTube. Yes, it will be posted. Vita is asking, your sell is 78 pips. Vita, I don't understand. What are you asking me? Which sell is 78 pips? This is possible sell, breakout sell. This is TP, this is stop loss. Stop loss is 32 pips if you add. Or let's say, yeah, 32 pips if you add. This is buy, this is sell, okay? Clear, very clear. This is sell order, this is buy order. This is stop loss for buy, because guys, what I think is that if this low breaks, then we could see retail gap close. So I'm aiming for a buy trade around this region, because euro dollar is definitely in a buy trade. But what can happen is if it starts to drop, okay, if it starts to drop down, if it breaks this low, then it could drop closing this gap. Don't forget, this is retail gap, because Forex market is always active 24/7, but the retail market is active 24/5, because we don't trade and we cannot trade right on Friday or sorry, on Saturday or Sunday, because even if we did, the volume would be different and spreads would be much higher. So Forex trading 24/5, interbank 24/7. This is so-called retail gap. So if this breaks here, I think the gap will be closed. That is why I will probably put my sell order there. I mean, I would go with the sell if it drops here, and this is how I will trade this. This is still above my buy zone, 0.780. At least, guys, I want to see 0.775 to buy it. I cannot buy it now because it's too much now from my, it's too high, too high from my POC zone. This is clear POC zone here. You see, it's L4 exactly. ATR low is slightly above it, 76. And this guy's here is a bit low, 0.850, EMA 89. So what I actually did, I just took 70 as a round number. And here, guys, it was also low here, previous swing. So, you know, it's a bit, now the price is still a bit above entry zone, but if it drops, I will put a market order. Let's see if it starts to drop. Why not? Maybe it will, but let's see. Unfortunately for pound dollar, guys, this is range. Watch this. Yes, Vita, for breakout sell, you should wait for confirmation of FIBO 100 breakout. Indeed. This is sell zone. I showed you sell zone on euro dollar. Simply because I think this could close the gap. But if this closes as double bottom, I'm not sure. Maybe I would pull the trigger. But I personally would like a drop, at least to this ATR low. Very close to ATR low. It was 4 pips shy. That is why I started this webinar a little bit earlier. So a little bit earlier start was just because of that. And master candle here. Master candle here, guys. Watch this. So you see how it's actually trapped within the range. This is congestion now on pound dollar. This is congestion, guys. Up, down, up, down. Price is not moving. It's not going anywhere. Clear congestion for me. So what I would like to see is either a confirmation of a buy or sell here. Pound dollar at this point is untradeable, if you ask me, my opinion. You can always try to scalp something out of it. But this is really, this doesn't look like a proper trade setup. Indeed, guys, I don't like how it looks. So I'm not sure what I would do here with pound dollar. Probably best to leave it alone. What I also think, euro yen. Euro yen started to drop, so it's still way above POC zone. But pound yen is interesting for me, guys. I did the analysis of pound yen. Unfortunately, it still hasn't dropped towards POC zone. But if you read the analysis today, I'm planning to buy pound yen. To me, this is clear buying on dips. Here. This is the analysis on Admiral Markets website. You should see this. It seems that whenever I switch monitors, it starts to freeze my screen. So just tell me when my screen is frozen so I can actually unfreeze it. Here you see, guys, divergence. Divergence. It should, I mean, it dropped today, but I would like to see a drop within the POC zone. This could happen maybe during Asian session. I will definitely pay a close attention to this, and if it happens, I might do a pending order, guys, here, because I sleep during Asian session and I'm not able to control my trade because, guys, Asian session is very volatile, especially if you have news regarding Chinese economy. Equities move a lot, pound yen follows equities, but I will buy it here. So watch for this, 141.55 to 90. That is POC zone, very clear. I explained in my analysis here. It says 60, but 55 is also good. And this is now pound yen. You see, it pulled back, but it didn't make a big pullback. So I would definitely go for a slightly higher pullback, guys. This is the zone. You see, I mean, if you followed price action trading school, oh yes, yes. BOJ interest rate decision. That is risky, guys. Yes, that is why maybe the price is hesitant to go down, it seems that yen has been sold, probably due to BOJ rate decision. I completely forgot about it. Yes, you're correct. But again, you need to know that technically, just technically, guys, this is great level. Let's use this previous swing here. You see, this is also good from technical perspective, because L4 also has a confluence. But this is also, primarily I aim for intraday setup. And my intraday setup, guys, actually told me to go long here. It didn't pull back. I will take a look at gold, no problems. But this looks like it could be a valid, maybe breakout trade now. But you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still trapped, still risky to trade. Ligia is asking, are we buying or selling pound yen? Of course, I would go with a buy trade here. But it should happen in next couple of hours. If not, then the risk from BOJ announcement during Asia session will be much higher. If something happens and price starts to drop here, in next 2 hours, I would buy it. I will buy it. But if we see a BOJ rate announcement, then guys, for all of you who want to trade, please be very careful. Because the price may drop and then reverse. Because technically speaking, this is the spot to go, the zone to go long, and even this zone could also be good for long trades. This one. So this is the first spot. Here. You see where I put markers here? Even 60 here. But let's use even a little bit higher zone because of this order block here. So this is my spot to buy. This is my zone to go long. It started to reject, guys. You see? It rejects because we have divergence. And also divergence is spotted here. This looks like it's going down now. You see, guys, divergence here. Even on CCI, bearish. So it started to go down. You see? So that is why it would be good that it happens here during next couple of hours, so I can actually go, I can go long. Or you can also follow that trade if you feel like it's going to go up. I will put a buy opportunity. And if it happens during this webinar, you will see me buying, of course, here on live account. Because this is for me good zone to go long. Euro dollar is still hesitant to drop, but it might drop soon. 10 pips and we go up. 10 pips on euro dollar and we go up. So let's see if it will drop. The question, what is a stop loss? Okay, because we have BOJ rate announcement. If I open a trade around 141.80, my stop loss would be 55 pips here. And if I'm profitable, I would protect my trade. For pending order, I will not do it on BOJ rate decision. I will not. I will, if it doesn't happen 4 hours before or 5 hours before BOJ rate decision, then I will delete my pending order. I will not trade BOJ rate decision. There is no chance I will do it. And first of all, guys, I will sleep. So what can happen is the price goes up and then starts to drop, and I cannot protect my trade because I like to do it manually. So I will sleep then, so I will not trade BOJ rate decision. Paul is asking, how do you generally select stop loss with pivot points or lows? I use combination, Paul. I use combination, okay, of stop loss and of pivot point and lows. So here at this point, we don't see a clear low because here when price drops here, we don't see a previous low. Previous low was this. That will be broken if price gets there. So then I use stop loss slightly below L4 pivot point. Slightly below it. Again, screen is frozen. Okay, here. See? So if it drops here, we will not have a near low except for this one, but it will be broken, so we cannot place stop loss here. So that is, I will use Camarilla pivot. And I will put my stop loss couple of pips below L4. Okay? The question, why not sell here? Simply because for me to sell, this was the place maybe to sell when it dropped back into this line. But stop loss would be a bit high here. And it's still trapped within the range of this master candle. But I'm not saying it cannot drop. I would like to see some cue that it could drop from this spot. If I would sell, then the best would be to sell it around this spot here, because our stop loss would not be that high. Thoughts on dollar CAD? This is dollar CAD. Sorry, Australian dollar. And yes, it broke on CPI news. So guys, some people actually made 20 pips on our session recap because I said price could spike from 75.30. I personally made a loss. My result was positive for pound yen. Euro dollar was break even, although some people like Leon told us that, well, Leon made 50 pips on euro dollar. It's getting close to buy now. I'm watching it. But I closed it at break even. I got huge amount of pips on pound yen. And I got into a loss on Australian dollar because, guys, the main problem with this trade was actually I kept it a little bit longer. I should have protected it because originally it made 20 pips. You see? And our rule on session recap tells us that we at least want to make 20 pips. So if you trade it here, you could have made 20 pips, guys. So some people made money on Australian dollar, some people lost. And as I say, we can all trade same setups, but we will all have different results. For me, pound yen was definitely the best setup, although it rejected a little bit higher than originally my POC zone was. I entered a clear buy breakout of this pattern here. Guys, this was clear breakout. If you followed my price action training school, this was clear. This is very strong bullish candle inside candle bar breakout, and watch what happened. Yeah. Egils, he made a loss on dollar and euro, but missed pound yen. But on euro dollar, he made a profit. Nice. Okay, it's 50 pips profit. It's nice. It's good. Okay. So euro dollar is still 5 pips above my entry price. So if it gets there, very, very close to buy zone. So let's see what will happen. Stop loss is, as I said, 820. If it here is the slide, and if it breaks there, then it's a sell trade. So let's see. Okay. Euro dollar getting closer. Okay, this is now interesting. It broke previous low. It should get into the zone of buying. Guys, don't risk more than 2% if you trade. You need to follow risk management correctly. You don't want to be caught in a trade that you actually are not able to manage. Okay? That's very important. Let's wait with euro dollar. It should get 5 pips from our entry zone. Let's scan other pairs. I will try to scan other pairs, keeping a close eye on euro dollar, definitely. Would like to see some cues that price would start to reverse. I am now looking, guys, for some bullish or bearish wolf wave setups. Would like to see some wolf waves somewhere. You see why I'm not taking pound yen trade. It started to go up. Dollar yen, dollar CAD, nothing at this point. We had some dollar CAD news, but you see the price is stuck in a range. We could go with a long opportunity probably here, but the price is too far away now. It should drop there, so I would go with a long trade. Euro dollar is getting close to our entry. I'm watching it. But I'm also keeping an eye on some other pairs, guys. I'm trying to spot anything regarding wolf wave setup. Yeah, wolf wave already happening, but Australian dollar, New Zealand. Australian dollar, New Zealand, okay. This is Australian dollar, New Zealand, guys. Maybe we can go with a short trade here. Let's see, but euro dollar is very close to our entry. Leon is asking for EG potential buy. If I go with euro dollar trade soon, I will not open a long on euro GBP because I would go with euro dollar short. Okay, now guys, watch me charting. I will remove this indicator just not to confuse us. Watch me charting wolf waves manually, guys. This is how I do manually. We are also developing wolf wave indicator, elite currency indicator that will be maybe the best in the market, that will follow wolf wave rules perfectly. Okay, so let's do this together. This is point 1 for me, but before we do point 1, we need to know point 2. Point 2 is this. Okay, we are looking this quadrant here, previous swing. So point 1, we are drawing a trend line. We have a clear trend line here. Okay, point 2 is this one. This is point 2. So if we make a channel like Bill Wolf said, this is 0.1, this is 0.2, okay? This is 0.3, okay, here, and this is 0.4. So 0.5 is here. You see, it's very close to our zone. So now, guys, what I will do, this is very low range. I may add up. My account can stand it. I will sell Australian dollar New Zealand. Okay? So I sold Australian dollar New Zealand. I will make another sell limit here. Okay? Watch me how I do this. I will add another 0.10 pending order. Okay? Watch here. 1.0870. Another sell limit here. Stop loss will be above ATR. It's not high, guys. It's 90, so my stop loss will be 95. Okay? Do you see how I did this? I want you to know also, okay, this euro dollar simply escaped. But okay, I got into a sell trade on Australian dollar New Zealand. Okay, I want you to see how I chart wolf waves. Okay, guys, I will go again. And I will put my stop loss now. Just give me a few seconds. 95 is stop loss. Have in mind that Australian dollar New Zealand is very slow pair, guys. Very slow pair. And I will probably leave this trade for maybe for a night. Until I go to sleep, I will pay attention. If it doesn't go into my stop loss, of course. But you see, guys, how I'm relaxed when I trade. You should be relaxed too. Stop loss is 0.985. Here is your stop loss. So I entered sell at 55, stop loss 95, another sell in the zone. And euro dollar is dropping now, so let's see. So guys, again, previous quadrant. Okay, this is previous quadrant. Wolf wave, bearish wolf wave. We always start with 0.2. This is previous swing. We can also go with this one. But I have chosen this one simply because for me, this point is 0.1 is here. For this one, 0.1 would be here and it would not be valid because it already happened. So 0.2, 0.1. Then 0.3 is here. Okay? 0.4 should be between 0.1 and 0.2. I will use markers now. Okay? Watch here now what I do. Insert text label. So we start with point here. Text 0.2. Okay, this is 0.2. 0.1. If you still don't understand wool waves, then guys, please watch my webinar about wool waves. I will say about Australian, though I will talk about profits and targets, but watch what I'm doing now. Okay, 0.1. Point 2. Then 0.3, it should be higher than 0.1. So we go with swings. This is price action, guys. This is 0.3. I don't use any zigzags for charting this. Point 3 is here. 0.4 is next swing down, guys. So 0.4. And you see how we have a confluence here now. We have L3 pivot point and we are selling from H3 Camarilla pivot. Now the question is why I trade with Camarilla pivots. Well guys, the answer is, first of all, I studied Camarilla by myself. But when I started to study Camarilla, it was like 9 years ago. My friend who worked as a main trader for one big bank, major bank, he told me that they use Camarilla levels, bank traders, for placing their orders. Of course, it's different compared to retail trading. But again, Camarilla levels are Camarilla levels, right? So I think personally that even by themselves, Camarilla pivots are very strong. But I'm using it in my Camarilla MACD strategy. And here, I also applied it to this wolf wave entry here. So you can see my entry is 55. My limit is 70. It's called scaling in. And my stop loss is 95. Very clear. And I'm totally relaxed, guys. So what I'm trying to tell you is, be relaxed when you trade, guys. Be relaxed. Eric is saying he found free wool waves. Yes, I know there are a lot of free wool waves indicators. I also have one which is paid, and I paid for it. But we are developing different wool waves. Currently, guys, I am currently developing with coders a special wool wave indicator that should be the best because it will follow the rules as Bill Wolf said in his book. Literally, guys. So I think that my indicator that we are developing will be the best. I'm not bragging. Don't think that I'm bragging. But I just want to use wolf wave rules as a person who created it or who actually made it popular, Bill Wolf. I want to use his own rules. 1.2.1324 exact waves, sweet zones without using zigzags. And yes, I can say that it's okay, Eric, PZ wool waves. But yet again, you need to be careful. Now, guys, I'm already in this trade, Australian dollar, New Zealand. And yes, euro dollar is in the buy zone. It's very close to buy zone. So if we get in a trade at this point, have in mind that our stop loss is 50 pips. Okay? So let's use one more entry and stop loss is 820. Have in mind that currently we have two positions opened, market orders, and I will not add in to this trade, guys. I will simply put my stop loss on euro dollar. Okay. Here. And now we should also watch correlation. You should always watch correlation when you decide about trades. I will at least aim for 9, let's say, I will go with full target, but I will probably protect it. Here, euro dollar long. Okay, so that's it, guys, here. You see, euro dollar. Now let's get back to Australian dollar, New Zealand. 0.5 is here. This is 0.5. And it's always above 0.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1 to 3 trend line. Okay. And now if we connect, now this should be moved here. We should connect 1, 4. Here is our target. This is our target. Target for Australian dollar New Zealand is around 0.820. Now someone might ask, why is target only 30 pips? First of all, guys, target is because here, you see these blue rectangles. This is the range. The range is only 68 pips for the last 14 days, average range. So this pair is not moving a lot. It's not moving a lot. So that is why we need to go for targets. We put at wicks always on wicks. 1, 2, 3, 5 rejection. Here, guys, it's starting to drop, but it's very slow, so let's see. This is wolf wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 to 4. Estimated price at arrival, or EPA. It also goes in confluence with Camarilla L4 pivot and EMA 89. So here I would expect my target. I have sell limit. I also have another scaling in sell. Stop loss is clear. So for this webinar, this is enough. One buy order on euro dollar, stop loss 820, and one sell with another scaling in possible on Australian dollar New Zealand. Guled is saying he's been shorting euro from 0.920. Took the setup. Excellent, Guled. If you want, you can close your trade. I mean, I will not advise what you should do. I closed my euro dollar short and I open a long position now because euro dollar almost hit my stop loss. It went to 50, but I always add, as I say on session recap, I always add a couple of pips just in the case. And definitely, guys, it didn't hit stop loss. You see, it was above 50. What is the stop loss for Australian dollar New Zealand? For Australian dollar New Zealand, stop loss is very clear. It's shown here. But if you cannot see it, it's 0.895. 0.895 here. I think I should add. Okay, like this. You see? 0.895, entry is 55, scaling in possible at 0.870 without moving a stop loss. And long entry in euro dollar, stop loss 20, below L5, targeting higher levels if it happens, but let's see. We should be patient with this, as it could still drop a little bit lower. But yet again, that is why we trade. We always place our stops, okay, and we always manage our risk accordingly. Now, what we can also do is open here correlation matrix and place to see correlation. That is what you should always do. Okay, euro dollar, Australian dollar, New Zealand 25. This is not big correlation. It is positive, but it's not that positive because it's not orange or red, so it should be okay. Okay, even lower, plus or so this should be okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm not double exposed here. So let's wait. Question is about what is, yes, for TP for New Zealand is 0.820. 0.820. Okay, and gold. Yes, I will take a look at gold. Gold is a probable short trade. This is clear POC zone, but I'm doing this fast analysis. I cannot tell you for sure, but this looks like it has a confluence here. Yes, definitely a confluence. Probably, let's see, 4-hour time frame. But I need to watch 1-hour time frame. Okay, this is maybe, this is uptrend. Yeah, what can happen is actually it could spike from this point. So it's not very clear because 4-hour is in uptrend. You see, 4-hour is still in uptrend and it's supported. So this could spike to the upside if you watch 4-hour time frame. Yes, this could be a buy trade on 4-hour time frame. Just watch for this H3. If you go long, we will use, this is big retracement here. Yes, it's close to 78.6. It's in between. But let's see if we have a full swing here. No, we will move this one. From this spot of the trend line, then it's 61.8. If we extend this trend line, it's valid, guys. This looks valid to me, so we can move this Fibonacci here because this trend line is also valid. So yeah, definitely 50 retracement. Yes, I think this could go up. This could go up, yeah. Up, yeah. This could spike, be careful, this is the zone. L3 here, 1259.079, and this is POC zone. Here. Could spike from this zone. Euro dollar is, do you think that Mario will be hawkish or dovish? Well, I think personally that he could be neutral pretty much tomorrow, but we will see. I don't like to predict because I don't know what Mario will talk about, but he could be neutral at this point. Yeah. That is why on euro dollar, that is why I'm looking for, yes, this one possible. You see, this could be shoulder here. So that is why if we are in profit, pay attention to 0.920, guys. Pay attention. If it breaks, then probably if it goes even above H4, then this is the target. Okay? And the last question, guys. So we have two trades. Yes, we have two trades. The question, thoughts on dollar CAD. Might the Trump tax announcement today impact the pair? The forestry tax sent the pair down from highs. Yes, but also don't forget that generally dollar CAD is bullish. So if this news was that strong, then I would at least expect a retracement towards this EMA 89, previous order block, ATR low. We didn't have it. So Guled, what I think is this pair is bought on dips, it looks to me. It could go down, of course, because this is in no man's land at this point. But if the news was that good, that strong, if they had a big impact, then the price would have already dropped towards POC zone. But the price simply proceeded to the upside. So I think dollar CAD still goes up. Okay, guys. So that was it for this webinar. We have two positions: euro dollar long on 0.875, and also now I am 6 pips up on Australian dollar New Zealand, because this was wolf wave setup short. So let's see what will happen, guys. If you are in profit, as I am at this point, 6 pips on Australian dollar, 2 pips on euro dollar, it's still not much, but please manage your own trades. I'm teaching you how to fish, but you should fish yourself. I will do this with my trades. Thank you for listening, guys. I hope to see you very soon, and let's trade together, analyze price together, and make different setups. Cheers, everyone. Trade safe.